up. Come on, Uncle. We've got to get you out of trouble. But where to put you? Kitchen. No. Upstairs. No. Window seat. Perfect. It's not very comfortable, Uncle George, but it'll have to do. All right. Up we go. Oh, yes, sir. We're going to have a made-to-measure coffin made, to measure, and I was just seeing what size we needed. And we're going to need the largest size after all.
A larger size?
Yes, because Mr. McDonald requested to be cremated with the sports equipment.
Mr. Thompson, your washing machine's making a very funny noise indeed.
It doesn't matter.
But it's starting to foam!
Mr. Thompson, I really think you should take Mr. McDonald out.
No. Leave him there. He might as well start getting used to it. Come on.
Excuse me?
Change the plan, Mrs. Chessington.
Not again.
We have to have the body sealed prior to autopsy.
Autopsy?
Yes, so we need a larger coffin for his sports equipment.
All right.
Good morning.
Why does that? Are you Mr. Thompson?
No.
Swan?
No.
McDonald?
No, Fulbright.
Well, Mr. Fulbright, my name is Ms. Cowper.
Ms. Cowper?
Ms. Cowper. Department of Social Security Chief Bureau Inspector. I believe our man Jenkins has been here all morning.
Jenkins?
Checking up on your Mr. Thompson.
Well, Mr. Thompson is in the kitchen with a man from the health department.
Stop complaining. Just keep your thumb in that hole.
Mr. Thompson, this lady has arrived this evening. In the meantime, Miss Chessington and I will get our hands on a larger coffin.
Norman, you look marvelous! Brilliant, I beg your pardon. I never have known. What? We have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. Are you on your knees? That makeup's a bit over the top. Oh, wait a moment. You missed the spot. Your moustache is beginning to show. Don't you think those are better? You know. That's wonderful. We have nothing to worry about.
Wait, check your hair.
Miss Cowper, I believe you two have met.
Mr. Thompson, what was the meaning of what occurred just now?
You must forgive me, Miss Cowper. I've been under a lot of strain this morning.
That is no excuse. Jenkins!
No.
You were witness to this.
Oh, no. You don't understand. I suffer from, Tourette's syndrome.
Tourette's syndrome.
Yes, the uncontrollable urge to shout out insults at people.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Well, in the final stages of Tourette's syndrome, the sufferer never knows if he's simply going to insult people or actually physically abuse complete strangers.
Heavens!
It can be very embarrassing.
No, I've read several medical reports about the subject, and I don't recall anything about physical abuse.
It's absolutely true. And my mouth shut.
If you could! Now, Jenkins! Were you able to get Mr. Swan's confirmation on Mr. Thompson's illness?
No, Mr. Swan wasn't there.
Well, where was he?
Well, he's dead.
Dead?
That's right.
Mr. Swan is dead?
Yes, he passed away earlier this morning, which is why he didn't sign my forms for me. But the good news is, Mrs. Swan is on her way home right now. So you can return to your office knowing that Mr. Jenkins is very much in charge of the situation.
Mr. Thompson, you're not dealing with Jenkins now, you know.
So I noticed.
When Mrs. Swan gets here, she will find herself answerable to some very direct questions concerning her numerous lodgers.
She'll be more than happy to help you.
And where are all the lodgers? This appears a dreadfully quiet home for such a houseful.
everybody tends to keep themselves to themselves.
Yes, and remember, there have been 2 deaths here this morning.
2 deaths?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
You're welcome, Mr. Swan and Mr. McDonald.
Quite right, Mr.
And
Jenkins.
Norman fell out of a tree.
Mr. McDonald, the lumberjack, fell out of a tree.
Oh, yes, sir. Norman was up in a tree doing a bit of practice before the winter set in. When a tree branch snapped and he fell to his death.
Jenkins! Has anybody else died?
No, absolutely not.
So where is Mrs. McDonald?
Oh, Mrs. McDonald. I think she's locked securely away. She goes quite funny at this time of year. A full moon.
What Mr. Jenkins meant was that Mrs. McDonald's become very upset since she heard of her husband's passing.
Yes, she goes berserk if they don't lock her up. She seems to eat the wallpaper.
Get in here now!
I really don't think this is the best atmosphere for an intimate family discussion.
Sit down!
Certainly.
And who's this?
She's with the gentleman from the dining room.
Haven't you done enough spraying for one day?
I beg your pardon?
Miss Cowper, remember. Yes, thank you, Mr. Jenkins. You must remember, Miss Cowper, she's having a terrible day.
Yes, remember her poor husband.
Yes, of course.
What about my husband?
Nothing. It's just sad, that's all.
Yeah, well, commiserations.
But how on earth did he find out about it?
Well, Mr. Swan telephoned the department this morning.
He did what?
Telephone the department. Just wanted to let them know.
Wanted to let them know?
That your poor husband had gone out like that.
Talk about getting it out in the open.
Yes. In some cases, a public declaration can be very beneficial. I'll sit down, shall I?
It's an odd way to go, but perfectly natural.
A natural way to go.
Now, don't upset yourself.
How can you say that? You're a cross-dresser.
Cross, I'm bloody furious. You've got a lot of explaining to do, Uncle George.
Uncle George?
Uncle George? Excuse me.
Jenkins, certainly.
Oh, no. Allow me.
Good
Are you
morning.
looking for Norman?
Norman.
Norman McDonald?
Yes, I'm Brenda Dixon.
Brenda.
Yes, I'm Brenda Norman's fiancé.
Norman's what?
Are you Mrs. Swan?
No, I am not.
Mrs. Swan? Mr. Swan?
No, I'm Mr. Thompson. And this is Mr. Jenkins. I believe you've met Miss Cowper. Mr. Jenkins, Miss Cowper.
Mr. Thompson, correct.
Mr. Thompson. Thank you, Miss Cowper. Mr. Jenkins, Miss Cowper, Miss Dixon, Miss Dixon.
I've been phoning all morning. Apparently Norman didn't show up for work.
Oh, you might want to sit down.
Oh, no. Why don't you go home? We'll fill you in later.
No, I'm very worried about Norman. He was talking gibberish on the phone. I must see him.
It must have been just before the
Yes.
I must see him.
I really think she should sit down.
No, she shouldn't. You're a little drunk.
You say you're Norman McDonald's fiancé.
Yes, we're getting married on Saturday.
Married on Saturday.
St. Mary's at 12 o'clock, and I've got the most beautiful dress.
Mr. Norman McDonald at this address.
Yes.
But Mr. McDonald is already married.
Already married?
Correct.
Was already married.
No, there must be some sort of mistake.
Yes, some sort of mistake. That would explain it.
McDonald's been married for several years now.
Anybody like a nice pot of tea?
Oh, no!
You didn't
Of
know?
course I didn't know. I never got engaged to him if I knew he'd had a wife.
This is his second wife, actually.
Second wife? I can't believe I'm hearing any of this.
Oh, I know. I mean, who would have expected this from Norman?
Norman?
Mr. Thompson, someone should inform Norman's son that this lady's arrived.
Oh, no, I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
Son?
No, definitely not a good idea.
Jenkins, sit her down.
Certainly.
No, she can't sit down.
This poor girl's in check, for heaven's
They
sake.
all are, but she should go home now and discuss it in the morning with Mrs. McDonald.
Mrs. McDonald?
Oh, shut up. It's not all that bad.
Not all that bad. This poor woman just found out that her fiancé was attempting bigamy.
I want to see Norman now.
Oh, no, you can't.
Why, where is he?
He's gone, that's all.
Should you tell her or should I?
No one should tell you, you fuck.